Brave New World by Aldous Huxley is one of the most important dystopian novels ever written. While many books warn about oppression through violence and fear, Brave New World explores a different, and perhaps more subtle danger: the loss of freedom through pleasure, comfort, distraction, and engineered happiness. Instead of controlling people through pain, the society in this novel controls them by giving them everything they think they want. Published in 1932, the book was remarkably ahead of its time. Huxley imagined a future world shaped by technology, mass production, psychological conditioning, consumerism, and social engineering. Many of the themes he explored have become increasingly relevant in modern life. The story takes place in the world state, a global society that values stability above all else. Its motto is community, identity, stability. Conflict, uncertainty, deep emotion, independent thinking, and strong individuality are seen as threats to order. In this world, people are no longer born naturally. Human beings are created in laboratories and conditioned from infancy to fit predetermined social roles. Society is divided into castes: alphas at the top, then betas, gammas, deltas, and epsilons. Each group is biologically and psychologically designed to accept its position. This reveals one of the novel's strongest warnings. When systems shape people too deeply, inequality can become normalized because people are trained to desire the place assigned to them. Unlike many dictatorships, the world state does not need constant terror. Most citizens are content. They are entertained, sexually unrestricted, materially comfortable, and emotionally sedated. One of the most famous tools of control in the novel is soma, a drug that removes discomfort, anxiety, sadness, and frustration. Whenever people feel pain or dissatisfaction, they are encouraged to take soma and return to pleasant numbness. This symbolizes a powerful idea. A society can lose depth if every negative feeling is instantly escaped rather than understood. Pain, grief, boredom, loneliness, and struggle are unpleasant, but they often teach wisdom, maturity, resilience, and meaning. If discomfort is always medicated away, growth may disappear with it. Another major theme is conditioning. Children in the world state are trained through repetition, pleasure association, and aversion techniques. They learn what to buy, what to think, how to behave, and what to avoid long before they can reason independently. This reflects the power of environment in shaping human behavior. People often imagine themselves fully autonomous, yet family, culture, media, education, and incentives deeply influence desires and beliefs. Brave New World asks an uncomfortable question. If people are programmed to love their servitude, would they even seek freedom? The novel also critiques consumerism. Citizens are constantly encouraged to consume, replace, and stay busy. Repairing old items is discouraged. Solitude is discouraged. Reflection is discouraged. Leisure is filled with stimulation. Why? Because constant consumption keeps the system running, and constant distraction prevents deeper questioning. This idea feels modern because many societies reward endless buying, scrolling, stimulation, and busyness while offering little encouragement toward contemplation. Another important theme is the fear of individuality. Strong attachments, exclusive love, deep loyalty, artistic obsession, spiritual searching, and independent thought are destabilizing forces in the world state. People belong to everyone else. Relationships remain shallow. Pleasure is common. Intimacy is rare. Connection exists, but depth is missing. This is one of Huxley's deepest insights. A life full of pleasure can still feel empty if meaning, commitment, and authentic connection are absent. The story centers largely on Bernard Marx, an alpha who feels alienated from his society. Though materially privileged, he senses something is wrong. He does not fully fit in and becomes aware of the emptiness beneath social comfort. Bernard represents the restless person who senses that accepted norms may be spiritually hollow. Later we meet Lenina Crown, a citizen who generally accepts the system but occasionally glimpses its contradictions. She reflects how many people participate sincerely in systems without questioning them deeply. One of the most important characters is John, often called the Savage. John was raised outside the world state on a reservation where people still experience family, religion, pain, aging, love, jealousy, and natural life. He grows up reading Shakespeare, absorbing language full of passion, tragedy, beauty, conflict, and human intensity. When John enters the world state, he becomes the moral and emotional contrast to that society. Where citizens seek comfort, John seeks truth. Where they seek pleasure, he seeks meaning. Where they avoid pain, he accepts suffering as part of being human. Where they normalize superficiality, he longs for depth. John's presence exposes the cost of manufactured happiness. Another major theme is the replacement of truth with convenience. In the world state, difficult books are banned not mainly because they are dangerous politically, but because they create emotional disturbance or complexity. Great art often challenges. Philosophy questions. Religion confronts mortality. Love risks heartbreak. Freedom risks instability. To preserve comfort, society removes intensity. This is a crucial warning. Censorship can come not only through force, but through preference for convenience over challenge. If people stop wanting serious thought, suppression becomes easy. The novel's controller, Mustafa Mond, is one of literature's most intelligent defenders of authoritarian order. He openly explains that truth, beauty, freedom, and religion were sacrificed for happiness and stability. This creates one of the book's central debates. Is a comfortable lie better than a difficult truth? Is painless mediocrity better than meaningful struggle? Is stability worth the cost of freedom? Huxley does not offer simplistic answers, but he clearly warns that reducing human life to comfort diminishes humanity. Another timeless lesson concerns entertainment saturation. The citizens are surrounded by games, sensations, media, and social activity. Silence is rare. Solitude is suspicious. This resembles modern life, whenever constant stimulation prevents self-awareness. Many people fear being alone with their thoughts. Yet reflection is where identity forms. Without silence, inner life weakens. The novel also addresses sexuality without intimacy. Physical pleasure is common and casual, but emotional depth is discouraged. This distinction matters. Pleasure alone does not equal fulfillment. Humans often need trust, vulnerability, devotion, and meaning beyond sensation. Another important theme is anti-aging culture. In Brave New World, aging and natural decline are hidden or minimized. Society avoids confronting mortality. Modern cultures often do the same, symbolically, by obsessing over youth and denying life's natural cycles. But awareness of mortality can deepen gratitude and urgency. The book also critiques technocracy, the belief that human problems can be solved purely through technical management. Science is powerful, but not sufficient for wisdom. A perfectly efficient society may still be spiritually poor. Metrics cannot fully measure dignity, love, wonder, courage, or purpose. How can someone apply the lessons of Brave New World today? First, question whether convenience is replacing freedom. Second, notice when entertainment becomes escape rather than enjoyment. Third, be careful of numbing pain instead of learning from it. Fourth, protect solitude and reflection. Fifth, value deep relationships over endless shallow interaction. Sixth, seek meaning beyond consumption. Seventh, remember that discomfort is often part of growth. Eighth, defend the right to complexity in a world that rewards simplification. Another practical lesson is to examine desires. Do you want something because it truly matters, or because culture conditioned you to want it? Do you consume because it nourishes life, or because emptiness seeks distraction? Do you avoid discomfort because it is harmful or because it challenges growth? These are deeply modern questions. The final summary of Brave New World is this: the greatest threat to freedom may not always be chains, fear, or violence. Sometimes it is sedation, distraction, comfort, and the surrender of depth for convenience. People can be controlled not only by what they hate, but by what they love too blindly. In the end, Huxley warns that a society obsessed with pleasure may forget how to be fully human. True freedom includes the right to think deeply, feel deeply, struggle meaningfully, and choose a life richer than comfort alone.